Imagine this. The most stunning, captivating, feminine woman you've ever seen walks by. What do? Do you watch her pass? Or do you muster the courage to approach and say something? A friend of mine asked me about this, and it reminded me of something from my younger years. Growing up, the hardest thing for me wasn't sustaining a conversation with a girl. It was breaking the silence in the first place. That first moment, the leap from quiet admiration to actual words, is what trips up so many guys. And if you're anything like me, you've probably felt that struggle too. Let's be real. I'm not talking about diving into a deep relationship or even setting up a date. I'm talking about that split second when you see her, the moment you want to open your mouth but don't know what to say. That moment, it's terrifying. It feels like everything rides on the first few words, and the fear of messing it up can freeze you in place. Here's what I've learned. The silence is the real enemy. Many guys can hold their own once the conversation starts, but they freeze at the starting line. They'll catch her eye, maybe even exchange a smile. But then, nothing. And in her mind, that nothing tells her he's not worth paying attention to. I've been there. I've been the guy who saw an opportunity, let it pass, and later regretted it more than I would have regretted rejection. Because here's the truth. Regret stings longer and harder than rejection ever will. So today, let's change that. Let's make sure you never feel that regret again. By the end of this, I want you to feel ready. Not just to approach a girl you find interesting, but to actually enjoy doing it. The first step begins the moment you actually see the woman you want to approach. This is crucial because you need to meet her in real life before you can initiate any conversation. Too many men fail to connect with the reality of meeting women in person. Sure, you might see them on Instagram, but that doesn't count. We're talking about face-to-face encounters, not interactions through a screen. To improve, you need to get out more. I accomplished this by taking daily walks and trying to approach women. It might sound awkward, and I don't necessarily recommend doing it the same way I did, but here's the point. High-value men do this. They're willing to engage with women as a natural part of their daily lives. However, don't go out solely to look for women. That's a sad and unproductive approach. Reflecting on my past experiences, I feel a little odd about how I used to do it, but I'm grateful for what I learned. Instead, make it a point to leave the house for activities you already enjoy, going to the gym, shopping, or whatever else you do. In those settings, approach women you meet naturally. Observe your surroundings and comment on whatever comes to mind. If you share a common context with someone, like a girl in your class, it's much easier to approach her. For instance, you could say something like, "I noticed you finished using that marker. Do you mind if I borrow it?" However, in this case, we're talking about approaching a complete stranger, which will ultimately help you build confidence with women you already know. When you spot her, let's say she's about 15 or 20 feet away, you need to get her attention physically. Something as simple as, "Hey, excuse me," or waving to catch her attention works perfectly. This step is completely normal. At first, she might feel startled or shy, and that's okay. When someone stops you on the street, your initial reaction might be hesitation, wondering if they're a scammer or asking for money. Don't let that discourage you. Understand that her initial uncertainty is normal, and it's not something to fear. Most guys hesitate at this point. We often get stuck in our heads, paralyzed by the fear of rejection or saying the wrong thing. We tell ourselves we need the perfect opening line or the ideal moment. But here's the truth. You can't think like that. You need to start moving toward her before you begin overthinking what to say. If you stop to think, it's already too late. Your feet need to move toward her. Don't overanalyze. Even if you feel nervous or unsure of what to say, trust me, simply walking toward her puts you in control of the situation. The key isn't to have a script, it's to start the conversation. As the motivational speaker Tony Robbins once said, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and your commitment." Once you commit to taking action, your imagination will take over and guide you. At that moment, you can say something as simple as, "Hey, excuse me," or even just, "Hi," to break the ice. When you stand in front of her and she locks eyes with you, you've got her attention, completely. This is your moment. But let me be honest with you. There have been times when I've walked up to a girl and had no idea what to say. I've stammered, fumbled, or even blurted out, "Oh, sorry, thought you were someone else." Yeah, it's awkward, embarrassing even. But it happens. And you know what? There have also been plenty of times when I've just gone for it, and something just clicked. Like my brain decided to show up at the right moment. I remember once seeing a girl with a cup of coffee. Without thinking, I asked, "What did you get? It looks kind of light." Another time, I noticed a girl holding something unique, and I casually asked, "What's that?" Turned out it was black sesame seeds, and we ended up talking about how they're used in baking. The key is this: let your mind speak, naturally. No filters, no rehearsed lines, no overthinking. The reason it feels so scary is because you've trained yourself to overanalyze every social interaction. And now, maybe you're watching endless videos about social anxiety, convincing yourself it's some mountain you can't climb. Here's the truth. You can retrain your brain. You can teach it to just flow. Start small, embrace the messy moments, and let your curiosity guide the conversation. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with authenticity. Stop looking for the perfect line. Instead, trust yourself enough to show up, to speak, and to discover the magic of human connection. You've got this. When approaching someone new, it's all about creating a safe, inviting space. Start with sincerity. Something like, "I hope I'm not intruding, but you have such a bright energy. It gave me the confidence to come over and say hello." Or, "I'd really like to get to know you better if you don't mind sparing a few minutes to chat." Keep your tone warm, your demeanor genuine, and if needed, take a small step back while adding, "I want you to know I'm coming from a place of respect." No pressure at all. Establishing a sense of safety and respect sets the tone for meaningful interaction. Once the conversation starts, lean in with genuine interest. Pay attention to what they're saying and respond thoughtfully. For instance, if they mention moving to a new city, you could say, "That sounds like such an adventure. What's been the biggest adjustment for you so far?" Show curiosity without prying. It's about inviting them to share at their comfort level. People naturally connect with those who engage with their stories meaningfully. As the conversation flows, look for mutual interests and be willing to share about yourself too. When they ask about you, have a response that feels effortless, yet reveals who you are. Something like, "I'm passionate about creativity. I love music, storytelling, and finding inspiration in the everyday. Lately, I've even started writing songs. It's not perfect, but it's a journey that keeps me excited." This openness invites reciprocation and builds rapport. Conversations are two-way streets, so let your curiosity and personality shine. Seek compatibility, not in a checklist way, but in the rhythm of your exchange. If something clicks, let it grow organically. Remember, differences can be bridges if there's mutual respect, but shared values often build stronger connections. At the heart of it all is authenticity. When you're truly yourself, people are drawn to your energy, and that's where the magic begins. Let me tell you something about keeping the spark alive. It's all about intrigue and balance. A little playful teasing and some mental chess can turn any conversation into something unforgettable. But here's the catch. You've got to make your intent clear. Most guys out here are stuck in a loop of generic compliments. "You have beautiful eyes," or "You look stunning." Sure, those words are nice, but let's be honest, they're also overplayed. The guys who leave an impression, the ones who truly stand out, are the ones who break the mold. They know how to say things she's never heard before. For example, imagine teasing her by saying, "You know, I'm not a fan of this one thing about you." She's instantly curious. What? What is it? Or if she's wearing a killer outfit, instead of just saying, "You look great," you could say, "That outfit, it's almost unfair. It's stealing all my attention." She can't help but smile, and in that moment, you've created a spark. Here's the thing. Deep down, you might really like her. You might even feel like she's special. But don't lay it all out there right away. If you constantly shower her with compliments, you risk shifting the dynamic. Suddenly she's the celebrity, and you're just another fan. That's not the vibe you want. Balance is key, yin and yang. Embrace your masculine energy, but also realize that you need some feminine energy too. Now let's talk about taking the lead. Too many guys fall into the trap of endless questions. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Stop. She doesn't want to make all the decisions. She wants to see that you can step up. Instead, try this. If you could eat anywhere right now, where would you go? Maybe she says, "I've been craving Starbucks." File that away for later, but for the first date, skip the dinner. Trust me on this. A meal can feel formal and stiff. Instead, suggest something interactive, a walk, a fun activity, something that sparks real conversation. The first date isn't about impressing her with grand gestures. It's about reading her, picking up on the little things, her favorite color, her go-to jacket, the way she lights up talking about her favorite food. These are the details you'll use later to plan dates that feel personal, like you really see her. So here's your takeaway. Own your role. Be decisive. Be playful. Be authentic. Show her you've got that balance. Confidence without arrogance. Curiosity without neediness. And most importantly, make every moment count. Confidence is everything. When you invite someone into your world, own it unapologetically. Imagine taking a city girl, someone who's never touched grass or hiked a trail, and giving her the most unforgettable experience of her life. I'll plan it all, no questions asked. She just needs to be ready at 6 a.m. sharp. There's no "what works for you" nonsense. That's indecision. Instead, it's, "I'm free this Saturday and Sunday, let's meet then." Keep it simple. Be direct. Never desperate. Here's the thing. If you want someone who truly occupies your mind and heart, you need focus. Stop scattering your energy across 1,000 distractions. Stop trying to appeal to everyone. If you're DMing every girl, liking every photo, and splitting your attention, you dilute your presence. When you finally face the person who matters most, you'll feel hollow, your energy drained by those fleeting validations. I know because I've been there. I've made every mistake, but I've also learned. Now, I'll tell you what works. Funnel your energy like a laser, not a flashlight. That focus should always start with you. Build yourself. Strengthen your passions, your ambitions, and your confidence. When you pursue someone, do it from a place of strength, not need. Hold on to the part of you that is untouchable, grounded, and magnetic. People remember presence, so be that presence. Be unforgettable. Become the kind of person who leaves others inspired, intrigued, and maybe even a little mesmerized. If you want her to miss you, give her something to miss. It's not about trying harder to attract. It's about being the attraction. Stay focused, stay intentional, and most importantly, stay you. In conclusion, mastering how to start a conversation with the attractive girl is about building confidence, showing genuine interest, and staying authentic. Remember, every meaningful connection begins with a simple hello. Believe in yourself, take the first step, and let your personality shine. In the next video, we will continue talking about communication and women attracting strategies in your confident actions when talking to women. If you found value in this video, show your support by hitting the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the Stoicism Attracts channel. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know what topics you'd like to see covered next. Also, hit the notification bell to stay updated with more amazing content designed to help you thrive in social interactions. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.